Hello, I'm Antoinette and welcome back to our channel. Now today I'm going to be looking at mobile phone etiquette, and the first point is WhatsApp. Now before you add anyone to a group that you've created in WhatsApp, please check with them beforehand. Find out if they're fine with this, especially if they're going to be added to a group with people that they don't already know. There's a number of privacy issues around randomly adding people to groups, and there's a need for respect for the fact that someone has given you their mobile number and it's private and it's something that they don't necessarily want to share with everyone else or want other people to have access to. So just bear that in mind when you're creating groups. And in line with this, you also want to avoid broadcasting spam messages to all of your contacts. This can be very infuriating for a lot of people and they probably don't know how to tell you. Now the next point is taking calls whilst dining. Although the best practice is to have your phone away while you're dining, if you know you're expecting an important call that you cannot ignore, then excuse yourself from the table and take the call in another room or another area. It's rude to answer and carry on a conversation while other people are dining around you. The third point is mobile phones on tables. Now, if you're in a formal dining setting, then you must not put your phone on the table. Although this rule is often relaxed in less formal dining situations, or like let's say you're having a working lunch, it's still best for you to keep your phone away altogether. But I hear you asking, how is this possible in the Instagram age that we live in, when everything we do, including our dining out, needs to be documented, especially if that's your role. If you're an influencer and sharing parts of your everyday is how you make money. What you do in this instance leads to my next point, which is taking pictures of food. It's acceptable if you're going to do that, take your pictures or your brief recordings of your food or the setting before you actually tuck in to dine. And you need to have the consent of the people that are around you. Once you've done this, please put your phone away so that it doesn't pose as a distraction to your meal and you can actually focus on and enjoy the company of the people that are around you. Remember, you should politely ask before you start using your phone for any form of content creation. Now the next point is headphones and earbuds. If they're not in active use, so you're not talking to someone with them, then remove them from your ears, because it can come across as disrespectful if someone's talking to you and you still have your headphones in your ears. It signifies that you're not really listening to them and you can't be bothered with the conversation that they're trying to have with you. Now this nicely leads to my next point, which is putting someone on hold. Don't put anyone on hold to answer another call. This just tells the person that you've placed on hold that they're not as important as the person who's just called them. Let the incoming call go to voicemail and then you can call them back later. If you know you've got an important call coming while you're talking to someone on the phone, then notify them beforehand so they're not caught unawares. If a call comes in or you have to end the conversation early, they'll be less likely to be offended. Basically, treat other people as you would want to be treated. The next point is not to shout down the phone, especially when you're out and about and need to take a call. If the other person can't hear you, it's best that you find a quieter spot and tell them to call you back later if you can't find one, instead of trying to have a conversation where everyone in your vicinity can hear what you're saying. It's so disrespectful to people to have to put up with you blaring down the phone. And the next point is to silence your phone. When you're in an important meeting or a place where your phone ringing could distract other people, like a place of worship, theatre, whatever it is, then please silence your phone or put it on vibrate. And this is easily forgotten. If your phone does accidentally go off, immediately silence it and apologize to those around you. And finally, greetings and introductions. If you get a phone call from an unknown number, you still need to answer that call properly and respectfully. You never know who's on the other end of that call. If you're not comfortable with taking phone calls from unknown numbers, then it's best for you to let that call go to voicemail, then answer it another time rather than being disrespectful. And if you're making a call to someone that doesn't know who you are, then you need to introduce yourself properly by stating your name and why you're calling. If you would like us to do a separate video on this, just let us know. Leave the comments below. Okay, so that's all we've got for you today. Let us know if you found any of these tips useful and feel free to share this video with other people. Also, hop over to our website to join this wonderful community of like-minded people where you'll get up-to-date info on the latest in the world of etiquette today. Until next time, it's bye from us and see you in the next one.